Good morning, I'm Corey Fine.
I'm Jacob Small, and this is the Small Report.
Welcome to our graded show.
Our main story this week:
Because of the Alaskan congressional seat.
2 consecutive representatives of Alaska's only congressional district have now died in plane-related accidents.
To understand the roots of this curse, we have to go back nearly 50 years to the year 1972. The one-term representative from Alaska, Nick Begich, was up for re-election for the first time.
The election was close, and Begich's opponent, Don Young, was hoping to pull off a victory in November. To combat this, Begich sought support from Washington in the form of Majority Leader Hale Boggs.
This support, however, was not to be, as when Boggs and Begich were flying to one of their first campaign stops, their plane disappeared in the Alaskan wilderness, and neither of their bodies were ever found.
In November, despite Begich being missing and presumed dead, he came out on top, winning by a 9-point margin against his challenger Don Young. Only a month later, he would be declared legally dead, and a special election would be called to find a successor. This time around, Don Young was able to win, securing him a spot in Congress.
Young went on to serve for 50 years in the United States House until last Sunday. On Sunday, while flying back to his home state, Young fell unconscious while landing in Seattle for a layover.
He was transported to the hospital immediately, but pronounced dead upon arrival. While these events are 50 years separated, they share an important connection: their consecutive nature.
Thus, a curse is evident and undeniable.
The future effects of the tragic passing of Don Young lay primarily with the 2022 midterm elections.
Begich's legacy is 2 politically active sons who may seize on the opportunity to fill their father's old seat. Mark, the former senator from the state, is the most likely candidate.
Mark Begich's entry into the race would make the November election a very close race.
Add to this Alaska's undeniable shift to the left since the year 2000, and the Democrats may see their first shot at the Alaska House seat since 2008, when the seat was in 5 points of flipping.
Now for world news. This week's world news segment is again in studio. Ukraine still happen? Yes.
What the news?
Bienvenidos de nuevo a What the News. I'm your favorite person who hosts What the News, Callum Donaldson. Do you remember New Zealand's largest potato? Well, in a dramatic turn of events, it turns out this potato is not actually a potato after all. While certifying the record for largest potato, Guinness discovered that the potato was not a potato at all, but simply a gourd. This news has rocked me to my very core, and I am deeply distraught, upset, and in a state of pure despair. I am crying and puking and sad. We were all lied to. Next up, guess what? Chicken in the Pentagon. You thought I'd say chicken butt, didn't you? A wandering hen, now named Henny Penny, was found at a security checkpoint in the Pentagon. How Henny arrived there is still unknown. However, I believe Russian President Vladimir Putin sent this foul beast to breach the Pentagon and find our government secrets. After being taken into custody and thoroughly searched, Henny Penny was adopted by an employee and now lives happily on a farm, free from Russian tyranny. Back to you.
Thank you for tuning into the Small Report.
Feel free to connect with us on social media at WB_Small Report.
Peace.